Oh, thank God we did it. Hello there, it's DM, and today I wanted to talk about how Torment has actually changed the arena a good amount. Previously, my arena team used to be Lord Cesar lead, Arbiter, Lissandra, and Ray, with Ray max book, Arbiter max booked, and good speed on them and good crit damage on Ray. And I was just one-shotting teams very, very quick. You just go down the list and one-shot everybody. However, since Platinum Arena and the Torment Fusion, the arena really has changed. We are seeing still some speed leads, but we're seeing a lot more tanky type of teams. Basically what happened is Torment came along, and anytime somebody does like the Term Eater boost or does a buff up, you know, like the Seeker here would do, it's freezing the entire team. So for that reason, going first isn't necessarily always guaranteed. People can freeze you if you are going first. And on top of that, going first necessarily isn't always the best thing to do. If you go first and you get frozen, then you get feared, you can lose a lot of your cooldowns. The next turn you get, it's just over. So because of that, the meta has been switching a little bit to more of these tanky, resistant type of teams, and we're going to talk about that. And today I'm going to be doing a lot of grinding. That way I want to try to get in the Platinum Arena, get 4K points myself today with this team you guys are watching today. So if you want to see some live footage of this and how it's going against hard teams like this one we're about to battle, just go ahead and join me on my Twitch TV/Darth Microtransaction. I'll be live as of the posting of this video. So I'm going to discuss what Torment has done to the arena and specifically the higher ranking tiers. If you're curious, here's how it has stabilized. Torment has essentially added an RNG element to Term Eater based teams. So people like Arbiter that increase Term Eater and add buffs, those people, now you have an RNG chance to freeze in your team. So because of that, what's happened is people are now running tanky teams instead of speed teams. So you're seeing things like the Santa Claus Torment Hegemon Harvest Jack team, where instead it's about surviving until the enemy gets either frozen or feared and layering CC on them so they consistently get locked down while you get your buffs up, and they can never remove your buffs and never remove their debuffs because you're consistently getting them locked down and behind on the cooldown. That seems to be where the meta has gone. However, you're still going to see some AoE nuking teams because if you have high enough resistance, you can still resist those debuffs, allowing you to go first and then nuke the teams anyway. In order to do that, you're going to have very high resistance, which is where we're going to be seeing the increase in power in these teams, where we see some very ridiculous power numbers, all the way up to like 313k here with the Mountain Kings. But if we scroll down to someone that has the exact same team as me, for instance, Mr. JS here, this is the same team I'm running, Lord Cesar, Warlord, Torment, Harvest Jack, and I have Warlord, Torment, and Harvest Jack fully booked, and my team, his team's 245k power, but if you look at mine here, we go to a battle, check mine out. Mine is only 149,000 power. That is because if you look at stats, resistance and accuracy are weighted more when it comes to power bonuses. That's why if you look at these platinum tier arena teams and you wonder why is their power so high, it's because at the higher metas, stacking resistance, stacking accuracy, and defensive stats on very tanky teams can win you the battles. That's why people are running resistance leads like this guy with Harvest Jack Madame and ways to block damage. It's essentially being tanky. You can't get the debuffs on them. However, to counter teams like this, which are to counter the speed teams, what I've done is I use the same type of team, the tanky team, but I add a Lord Cesar lead. This allows me to get bombs, and bombs go through defense, so I can do damage to the tanky people anyway, as well as go first because of the base speed increase I'm going to get from the arena aura. This allows my Harvest Jack to go before his Harvest Jack, and I have my Harvest Jack as quick as I can really get him realistically with as much accuracy as I can get him. That way, I will know that against other tanky resistance-based teams, I should go first, and I should at least get the Lord of Terror off. Okay, so I backed out of this battle because I wanted to show you this guy battle because I forgot to record. Look, so here's how this works. I've tried them twice. One time I lost, one time I won. Here's how it works, okay? So in a team like this one, where this is an AoE nuker that's both running a speed lead as well as Torment to try to counter like another AoE nuker. He's effectively going for the RNG. He's gambling. If I fight him and I get the freeze, I win. If I fight him and he boosts and I don't get the freeze, both skull crowns will go off and nuke two of my members. So this is where Torment, where people complain about the Torment RNG. You see how I froze both his skull crowns? One of the matches I froze no one, and one of the matches I just froze the three on the left. So the RNG is different every time, okay? And for that reason, people can get kind of frustrated at it because the argument for Tormund not being healthy for Arena is in matches like this one, it's just a 50% chance always on whether or not you're going to get frozen, and therefore it's not skill-based because it's just RNG based upon the freeze. I can understand that logic. However, in my opinion, Tormund has opened up other characters, other comps that were previously not available in the game, allowing us to have a larger roster, which is good for in-game as well as good for newer players, because if more characters are available to be used, it will make free-to-play or smaller paying players have more access to them, as it's an easier chance to pull a usable character. Essentially, the pool of characters are higher in use. So therefore, I would rather have the Tormund RNG matches personally than not having Tormund in the game, because without Tormund in the game, it's just the fastest Arbiter wins, basically. I guess you can make the argument that now it's the highest resistance and accuracy Tormund wins, but I still think, in my personal opinion, I much prefer this tanky, more thought out type of comps. And I say that as someone who has maybe the best comp in the game, under the AoE nuke one, with either 4 Skull Crowns, or I got Lord Shazar lead, Arbiter, Lysandra Ray, or instead of Ray, I have Ethos. Like I said, I got Skull Crowns. I have Longbeard, double Skull Crown, Arbiter. I've got every major AoE nuke comp with good gear, and I still much prefer these tanky, long, drawn-out teams. The reason for that is it kind of actually feels like a game at this point. It kind of feels like, okay, let me pick through my roster. Let me find good resistance gear, good accuracy gear. Let me find a block debuffs. Let me find, decreased cooldown. What kind of feels like again? Instead of just faster Arbiter with as much crit damage as you can, now it kind of almost feels like Clan Boss once again, where let me get the right buff up. Let me get the right, debuffs down. Let me get the speed tune. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it seems like now. You get the order right. You get it set up right. You get the right pairing of characters. And for me, I kind of like that. There seems to be a little bit more brain power in it now. And I get a little bit more interested when the very most obvious thing to do isn't extremely apparent. I get very bored when it's just, okay, well, the exact most best comp is this one and the person with the highest gear wins, or what? I get kind of bored at that stuff. So I like it when variety is allowed. And at the moment, variety is the most allowed that I have seen in Arena. I mean, okay, that's kind of weird. Arbiter or Martha looked like she was still alive there, huh? That's kind of weird. Did you see that? Also, the Conqueror packs are pretty nice because I've never really been one to purchase Arena tokens ever. But I'm noticing the $5 and $10 Conqueror packs that come with the Arena refills are kind of nice because then you get a one-time no whammy shard, you get the energy refills, all that too. So I've never really bought those before. I bought one time for a video. And so I think I'm going to see myself buying 1 or 2 of those Conqueror packs now. I think the whole Platinum Arena thing ended up being a big win for Raid because I honestly think they were just trying to find a way to milk the Arena refreshes. There wasn't enough people out there just spamming arena refreshes. They're probably leaving money on the table there. So they're probably like, hey, let's get away. Let's let the people who want to be competitive for bragging rights, refresh against each other all day. And so I think that's kind of what they're doing. To be honest, I like the Arena better. I think Platinum rewards are probably not worth it if you're actually looking at the time and effort into it. But if you need to grind Arena anyway, if you're just trying to get Grey Hall bonuses or you're doing the missions or something, and you need to do it anyway, Platinum Arena is actually pretty cool if you happen to be in a position to get there. The problem is, it's going to take 4,000 points just for me to get into Platinum Arena today, and we're not even at payout day. So yeah, it's unfortunately, it's a grind for kind of a disappointing payout at the end. You can get a Sacred Shard, but I've seen mostly just rare books, a Void here and there. I haven't really seen anything that really makes me perk up and be like, oh, 2 Ancient Shards, oh, a Sacred, or 2 Sacreds, or a Sacred and Ultimate, or a couple Ultimate books or Legendary books. And I'm butchering all these words, but you know what I mean. It's been kind of disappointing rewards, unfortunately. So I haven't really been too encouraged to go for it other than just content. So I kind of feel like doing it for the content now, so that's why I've been focusing on it. So if you want to catch me live, you can actually catch me live today, because as of right this second, guys, I am live on twitch.tv/Darth Microtransaction. Catch me there if you want to watch me continue this arena grind. I love you all. Thanks for watching today's video and putting up with my ramblings. And I love y'all. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, do one of those things and subscribe and hit the bell so you can see all the other stuff. Am I forgetting anything? Is there any other plugs? Oh, a new rap intro's out. Watch yesterday's video. New rap intro.